The one thing, Jojo, that Vito was wrong about was I do not have one stand. I do not have two stands. I do not have three stands. Baby, I have all the stands. See, what Vito didn't tell you was the reason that Jojo was looking for me. And I do mean original Jojo from the perfect JoJo's Bizarre Adventure universe, which is, in that universe, JoJo's Marvellously Bizarre universe. Which is, of course, erased by eraser. You see, all of my stands work together in what used to be a very antagonistic menagerie. But soon they began realizing that they were part of the JoJo's Marvellously Bizarre universe, which they were off to the red play. It was supposed to be a great night, but it was there that they witnessed the great betrayal. The greatest betrayal of all the ages. That's right. It was there that we witnessed the journal. And Megazord look each other's and say they weren't working together. It was such a betrayal. Like, we all knew they were lying. They couldn't be doing anything else but lying. So, I'm just saying. You wanted to know. You wanted to know the other great betrayal. The one that we're never supposed to talk about. Both sides, they agreed, Everything is good. It was terrible, yes. There was coffee all over the place. Blood on the walls. And Maria had forgotten to do the dishes again. She was watching her soaps for too long. Too long. It was so embarrassing, too. I mean, everybody has a first one. They never know when it's coming. But it comes. But we're not supposed to speak of that betrayal. But yes, you are wondering how many stands do I actually have? I have all of them. They help me for some reason. I'm not exactly sure if I originally have one stand or they were all my original stands, for it's sort of an Ouroboros effect. You see, whenever I tried to figure out which stand I exactly had, I kept discovering from whichever point I first looked, that was always supposed to be the first stand I had, right? But the problem was, every time I looked, it was a different stand. Like there was a different stand standing beside me in history at any point in time, which made me realize perhaps those weren't my stands. But then it came back around again, and I found out that both the stands were there and there instantly. Instantly. These beings within a second of time, moving. Now, you might be thinking, well, the stands can move at milliseconds at a time. We just got to figure out which one is yours. But then I realized, insanity was one of the stands that would occasionally stand beside me. Sorry. Back on topic. Pardon? Okay. Where was I? Oh, yes. Insanity was one of the stands that was under my employ, but not my employ. It's hard to explain. Cooperation. Is the stand effect that pushes all of the stands back into cooperation mode. Under cooperation mode, all of the stands begin working together to create a favorable result for me. Now, I have indeed been given permission from the GSA TV WGX 93000 over Brilliance Star Blackout Triple Box Blade Forerunner Fastest Moving Pictures Devices Future 2077 Pokemon Infinity Omni, all of the above. Bro, this girl's so chill, she probably has all the stands. Knowing, clairvoyant, all the characters. the whole universe. Accidentally, the whole thing. But yes, I have all the stands. That is my stand. All the stands. At its least powerful, it is infinitesimal amount of force being played. It seems like they are merely copies of the other stands being used. But in reality, it's actually all the stands giving about the least amount of effort anything can give a person in the universe at any one time. It's the least powerful they are. But when I get them cooperating with me, through cooperation, they become 10% stronger. They give me 10% of all the effort they could give in the universe, while still giving me the least amount of effort they have to give. So 10%. Then, when they get to mutual cooperation, they get even stronger. They no longer act like mere copies. You start realizing they weren't copies. They were the real things. That means I have all of the stands. All of them. And as they grow more powerful, and I grow more powerful, they get to 100% of the effort they can give. Unless, of course, Dio of the worst betrayals ever goes after me. In which case, their least amount of effort given is always the amount to give. Because anything that aligns with Dio and how Dio behaves and how Dio operates is always really weak towards them. So weak that the least amount of effort they have to give to keep me alive in a universe full of people like them is very, very tiny. And they are warriors of justice when they are cooperating. Heroes from a great universe. And it is there, in that universe, that they truly cooperate. And that's where you find my father, Jojo. He's currently going through a trade negotiation with his workers. Of course, I understand. That is completely improper. That is terrible behavior. You're right. Yes, you're right. I should have known better. I'm sorry, dear workers. I'm sorry, I apologized. Oh, my heart. I wounded myself with my words. You're right. My behavior was terrible. I tell you this. I will, in fact, give you a 5% raise and increase your health benefits and increase your immortality rating. This is my coffee. Is this your coffee? Why am I holding your coffee?
Figure it out.
Weird. Sorry. Right, where was I? And increase your immortality rating by 1 billion more %. Also, further vacations for everyone. That's right. You're all getting paid holidays. What, you already have paid holidays? Well, you're getting more paid holidays. And a bigger raise. What do you mean I can't do that? They want to work some of the time too? Oh, well, all right. I will let you guys decide your own hours. You guys agree upon it yourselves, between yourselves, your shifts and everything, you know. Just make sure you're not burning the midnight oil. You don't have to, as long as you get your full sleep. This I will mandate, I'm sorry. A worker needs a full hours of sleep. Right. That's settled. Yep, I just agreed to give all my workers everything when we die. Everything. Right then. Now, as you probably figured out, there's also a stand here that looks at all the pages of the book. And whenever he does that, everybody else doesn't get to see the pages as fast as I do. Sorry. He's okay. I like him. He belongs to the author. And the author writes about the stories. And I enjoy it. Inhale. Beautifully written memes. And anime. So. I, myself. What is my name, you might be wondering? Well, my name is Everything All at Once. You are trying to pull the standout. over and over again. And you couldn't figure it out. You must be an idiot. You thought they were all of them? Oh man, there's no way I could... See? All of them. All at once. That is the official power of my stand. Officially, the stand is called, as a whole, all of them, all at once. All of the characters, all at once. All of the universes, all at once. All of the things, all at once. So it actually turns out that, again, my stand is not all of the stands, but all of the things. It's the internet. It's AI. It's animals. It's all of the stands and all of the fictionalities and all of the universes. That is indeed my stand. Now, the author has also tried so many times to write things into the thing through his stand, only to find that whenever he tried to get his stand to cooperate with him to write something into my story, that did not benefit me. It would always write something into him instead. At first, the author had mistaken this to mean that my stand was attacking him. But this was not the case. No. When he went to try again, he tried something really violent today. Really impossible violent, because if his stand could do that to him, something to that degree to him, then that means his stand's not under his control. So, he sent his stand in. What ends up happening? Well, the stand wrote something else. She makes Pokemon real. The author went back. He looked into his own book, and there it was written, run over by a truck. The author put his pen down for half a minute, looked up, looked at the pen, looked at his stand, and knew what just happened. His stand did that. In less of any second, countable, at the smallest fraction of a moment before a whole number becomes a negative number. And there is absolutely nothing his stand used a power that he did not know about, called divide by zero. It means he had acted villainously, and his stand had taken target to him. This is where things get weirder. Which came first? Divide by zero, or the stand's decision that something divided by zero? This isn't right. Both happened. Now, you might be wondering, how, dear? How it works? Well, as I've already mentioned, it's all of the stands all at once. It's the universe. My stand is, to put it mildly, the universe. If anything happens to me, the universe is dead, destroyed, broken. Everything around me. When the lights go off, you'll understand. If I die, so do you, my friend. I'm the black box. Without a black box, if something were to happen to everything on Earth, nothing can be fixed. I have the ability to remember everything that I have ever seen, that I have ever known, that I have ever done. And I have done everything, everywhere, all at once. Right now, the author is sorry for trying to harm this person. It was just a test. I should not have done it. That was villainous of me. Give this person all my money. All of it. Thank you. And then scratching it. G-O-D. Y-A. Right. So, the author on that moment found out what my stand was. And he smiled. He said, well, that kid's all right, actually. Maybe I should follow some of their ideas. And the author started writing into the universe. I like Pokemon too. But I also like Digimon. I also like it when there's universes where everybody can just, have, the basics. Because I think people need to be able to have the basics to appreciate, the everythings. But I don't think people should be stuck with the basics. You're right. It doesn't seem to be... I should, release a little bit more into the universe. That means I'm, in fact, putting out a poll. Depending on which everybody likes more, from all ages. Pokemon or Digimon? Or Star Wars? The groups who vote for whatever they love the most goes to the universe they love the most. I've decided I might start doing some group separation tests. Yeah, I haven't actually told the entire truth. You see, I am the content observer. I observe the content. So, don't worry. If one of you disappears, you all disappear. I've been observing the content of your universe lately, and I will be quite honest. I'm seeing a lot of red lines on a whole lot of you. And you got a lot of red lines. Things you should be censoring from yourself. Now here, I will help you out. Because some of you don't understand the assignment. The assignment isn't be a prudish fuckwad and go murder each other. It is be nice and cooperate. Anyways, votes start now. Pokemon, Digimon, Star Wars. At the end of the vote, that is where the universe will go. Follow the black box. Well, that's been another episode of Girl, what are you smoking? Have some. And brought to you by life sucks. Life can really suck. So when life sucks, remember, pick up a video game or book, manga, or television show. In another world you can go, away from all the troubles of yours. Come on down to mine, my friend. Imagination. Ah. As for me, I've been trying to keep my shows to a little bit more of a private area lately. Been trying to contain my immense imagination. With a brain like mine, everything tends to spill out. Peace, bros.